Hello, Nadia.
Hello.
What happened to your voice?
It's gone.
Mm.
It happens
I have an
sometimes.
issue with my voice often being one of the most sensitive things that happens. Like if I'm sick or if anything, it's one of the first things that go. I feel like, I don't know. I lose my voice more often than the average adult. But recently I've found that Flonase has helped me. So,
Yeah, it's not for me, it's not necessarily a sign that I'm sick. I'll lose my voice like very, very frequently. I just happened to do a lot of yelling and screaming this weekend, and then I went to a concert like a small concert last night too. So it's just been a lot of like talking, and then we were in Alabama for nationals, and they're in a different season over there. So like my allergies were pretty bad. So all that together has led to this.
well, why don't we pick a topic that requires you to talk less and me to talk more? I have a story
Good.
to tell you. I have a health thing that I experienced. Okay, so I've been targeted by Hume. Hume is like a scale, like a body scale or whatever, which they call a body pod, I think. And it is a watch like thing. So again, one of those like fitness tracker type, have something track give you objective data about how healthy you are and how healthy you're being. And I usually usually, I do regret, but I usually avoid all scale weighing. I really don't like it. I don't like to stand on a scale because assess how I feel and then go with that. Assess what my function is and go with that. And regarding like tracking how fit I'm being, how many steps I'm taking, I also don't like that because the few times that I have to do that, I end up like obsessing over the numbers and wanting to like
Mhm.
walk more or make sure I get a certain like arbitrary number of steps per day. And I just don't think it's that healthy for me, not that motivating. It's not good for my psyche to always be like giving myself a grade. But I decided to get this scale body pod because I am 49, turning 50. And I thought I need to like make sure that I'm aware of what my bone health is. Am I decreasing lean, like muscle mass? What is my visceral fat like? And it wasn't about weighing how much I weigh, seeing how much I weigh, but more those things like visceral fat's not great. I wanted to know if I had a lot of visceral fat and yeah. And so I got the pod or
Mm,
what's it called? Body, whatever I said it was called, body pod yesterday. Any thoughts
I
before I
feel
tell you what happened?
feel like this would be not good for me.
Why?
I feel like the same thing of like having those watches that tell you what your body battery is. The less I know, the better.
Yeah. I remember when I went through a period of having borderline high blood pressure. And so the solution that the doctor gave me was to monitor my blood pressure to see if it fluctuated. Maybe that was just an off day. Oh my God. Actually, like I get butterflies in my stomach just thinking about it. I was like all of a sudden so scared. Every time I
Mhm.
got to check my blood pressure, I would get nervous. I am actually at this moment having like a bodily reaction to the thought of taking my blood pressure. And it got to the point where I started having some serious symptoms, not serious, but actual like bodily experiences that made me think that something was very wrong with me. Like literally my heart would start to pitter patter or it would increase or feel like just heavy in my chest. My
Mhm.
lips would start to tingle. I would feel dizzy. Like I just worked myself
Mhm.
up into a panic, which then fed into like increasing my blood pressure. It was like the worst cycle
Yeah.
and not helpful. So I needed to like
Yeah.
chill from
That
monitoring.
happened. Yeah, that happened to one of my teammates
Oh
who
yeah,
had
what
like
happened?
what's it called? A Garmin. I think it was one of those. It was one of the watches that tells you body battery. It just was like doing more harm than good at the end of the day, stressing her out. and, like, she'd have to leave in the middle of our class because she's having a panic attack, but it's also because, like, she saw her heart, like, heart rate rising. So it was like, you see it happening, and then you're being alerted of it, then you're getting more anxious about it, and I mean, I won't go into all of it, but, like, I feel like for me, that's exactly what would happen.
I know. But you can see why I kind of went in the direction, right? Like, I'm like, I kind of need to know, like, how's my visceral fat? Like, I need to make sure, or I guess I don't need to know. I could just eat healthier or whatever. Anyway, I got on this stupid pod. Now Hume is not going to sponsor us. I'm just kidding. I got on this pod and it gave me some data. Much of it was okay, but some of it was like worse than I expected. Not just my actual body weight, but like the percentage of subcutaneous fat I had
But
and the
how does
rate
it
of,
know that?
I don't even know how to like explain the technology, but it sends like, I don't know, signals through your body and determines like the different consistencies of the different things in your body and gives you a weight for all these different things. But besides the actual number, like for my height and age and gender, like it said that my level of subcutaneous fat and my weight were very high. I was like, "Oh, okay, I should do something about this." I mean, so yeah, so I decided, boom, I decided I'm gonna now go on AI and make myself,
Oh my god. Can't you just go to a doctor for this?
you mean like my own self?
Are you asking AI to make you, like a plan?
Yes.
Wait, why? So silly.
I know. And then
Why are you
I had
letting
it make,
technology run your life?
I know, it's terrible. It's so terrible. And then I had AI make a meal plan for me.
You're done.
And then a grocery list.
Whatever happened to finding that out on your own?
I know, it's so bad. Okay, but here's the good news. I was like, okay, I'm not a big fan of resistant weight training. Like, I don't like lifting, like pumping iron. I like dancing and doing Pilates and doing snowboarding and like my work is practically manual labor. So like I'm a relatively active person, but I don't have dedicated time to lifting weights. And I think I probably should. So this thing got me to think maybe I should lift some weights. Actually, my bone mass was okay, according to this thing. And my lean body mass muscle mass was okay. But one of the best ways to like improve your overall health is to like lift weights. So I was like, okay, it got me to lift a few weights today.
You did a couple, I don't even know what it's
Bicep
called,
curls?
bicep
No,
curls.
no, no, no. I did some walking. I did lower body. And to be honest, I find these exercises quite boring, but at least they were simple. They got the work done. And I know that it's good for me to be doing these things. So, and I also work with people as a physical therapist. I work with people whose goal is to be able to like lift weights at the gym. And so I should probably, experience it.
True.
Yeah. So then there's even more to it. Sorry, I got distracted. There was a hummingbird, this cute little hummingbird. I didn't realize that my husband, your dad, previously purchased another scale that does the same thing. To be honest, it was hidden away because I didn't want that thing hanging around when you and Lucy were home.
Yeah, thank God.
So then he took it out and it measures a lot of the same things. And guess what? If you
What?
compare the two scales, they give different data.
So then get rid of it.
So not very accurate.
It's like
Disappointing.
making data up. How much did you spend on this?
No comment.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
Okay, but let me tell you that it came from another place, which I should have done more research on how accurate these things are. But there are a lot of women, mostly women, coming to my clinic and Pilates studio that are losing a lot of weight. And my
Mhm.
assumption is that they are on a GLP-1. And I wanted to potentially have this scale at the clinic so people could see what their how much their muscle weighed, how their bone mass, not the density. I don't think this thing measures density, but actually mass. So I wanted them to know where they were losing their weight from. So I had like a good intention because I'm finding like the patterns going like this. Like women come in and they're like, I've known them for a long time. And then all of a sudden they're like losing weight, losing weight, losing weight, and they look quite different. And then they get a new injury. Now, that may or may not be because of muscle loss or whatever. People get injured all the time, even without that
Yeah.
muscle loss. But like, I started to think, okay, are people losing a lot of muscle mass? And should they know? So that's where it came from. It
Mhm.
came from myself and it came from the thought that I was going to get another one for the clinic. So I actually got it as a buy one, get one free thing. And it was $350. No, 328 for two of them.
Can you return it still?
Probably. Probably. I was thinking about, though, going to a more accurate place, like a DEXA
Hmm.
scan place, and seeing which of the scales we have is more accurate, or,
Hmm.
if they're either of them are accurate at all, and kind of measuring it based on that.
Yeah. I feel like though, like offering that sort of thing to your patients can lead to unwanted consequences.
Well, I think for the adult population that I'm with, for the most part, it's okay. I would not suggest it for my teen population. But maybe for my older adult population, it's kind of interesting too because it told me which of my legs had more muscle mass than the other, which parallels my experience too. Like I do feel like my right leg is stronger than my left. So,
Mhm.
and it
Yeah.
weighs more by muscle. So that's kind of interesting. I just thought it'd be good data, good objective data, but I don't even know how accurate it is.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll see.
So I got the scale on Sunday, started my weight training on Monday. Also contacted a private chef to see if they can cook healthy meals for us.
What?
What?
Why? You can cook yourself.
I know. It's terrible. But we don't
You're
cook.
actually crazy.
Ask me
And not
what we're
only
doing
did
in a
you
month.
not get any of this advice from an actual health professional, you got it from a scale that you bought online that you didn't look into ahead of time and AI.
Okay, girl.
This is a lesson for
I mean, it's coming from an educated place. Like, I'm not blindly going into this. I'm actually a healthcare provider that people come to for advice regarding reaching fitness goals. So it's not like I'm going into blindly. I'm not like looking at the menu that Claude gave me and just taking it as it is. And the scale, I realized that there were some issues here. So I'm going to try to figure out the accuracy of it and perhaps return it. We'll see.
oh boy. Guess we'll find out. And do not bring it out when I'm home.
I will not. They will be hidden. It's currently in your bathroom though, because your bathroom has the more flat surface. All right. Well, since you don't have a voice, I think I'm going to leave it at that. But thank you for shaming me for my decisions.
No, no, she's just on her new health journey. I'm just questioning her resources.
Yeah, you should.
I should.
Instagram advertising is pretty spot on.
You are so susceptible to Instagram ads. Crazy.
It's true. I also recently bought 3 quote perfect t-shirts. They are not perfect. I thought they were returnable. Oh yeah, you can totally return them, but you don't get your money back. You only get store credit. And I like nothing else at the store. So there's that too.
OMG, girl.
Terrible.
So terrible.
All right. Well, I hope your voice comes back. And last time I lost my voice, it was I had a coworker that made me a ginger turmeric tea, which didn't taste super awesome, but I mixed it with honey and it was okay. And then Flonase seemed to have helped. And then also supposedly, well, resting your voice. But when my voice goes away, sometimes it gets to a whisper, and it's better to speak with a raspy voice than to speak with a whisper, supposedly.
True.
All right.
Okay. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.